Hey, what is up, everybody? I want to apologize first and foremost. This has been a super last minute video. I was going through my computer to clean it out and I came across some really lost footage. And I wanted to share that with you guys. Just apologizing now. The music is rough, the audio is rough, the video is rough. But some of you might not know my testimony. So, real quick, before we go into the video, I suffer from Guillain Barre syndrome. And about 8 years ago, man, this disease almost took my life. And in this video, in the beginning, is just like a little impromptu interview of just kind of my thought process before that. And then there's a really rough transition to me driving in a car. But I wanted to share this with you, give you a little bit of backstory, guys. And please, if you like this video, please share it, okay? Again, I apologize for it being super rough, but this is my story. This is where I came from. I had to learn to read and write and walk and talk all over again. And this is just a little bit about my story. I go back to the acute rehab where I lived and had to learn to walk again. And I see my physical therapist again. And I relive some emotions. And I have to be honest with you guys. Making this video was kind of hard. I had kind of forgotten how hard it was. So it was really good for me. It was eye-opening for me. I really hope this encourages someone, uplifts someone. If you know someone that has dealt with Guillain-Barré syndrome, man, uplift them, pray for them. It's a hard disease, and as you watch this video, you'll get to see, man, that a lot of people survive, but a lot of people don't too. So I hope this video blesses someone. And again, I apologize for the horrible quality, but I'm just trying to work with the best I got.
I think it really hit me. My neurologist came in and basically told me that I was going to die, and if I did live, I would never walk again, ever again. And I think that's when it really started to sink in. You know, there was a neurologist that came in from New York, and she wanted to kind of interview me and just review my case. And she said, 22 years of her practice, she had only reviewed, I'm her second case. And, jokingly, I said, well, why didn't you interview the first person? And she said, well, this severity of this disease, she didn't even make it. I think it was a week. And at this point, I've been in the hospital 3.5 weeks. So it was obviously a miracle that I was alive. And she wanted to interview me because I was still alive with this disease. So just that, it kind of really started to hit me like, wow, this is real life. Like, I might die from this, So that's when it really hit me. Okay, did I ever think I was going to give up? I've never been a quitter. So I don't think I ever wanted to give up, but I think I was willing to do just about anything to get rid of the pain. I had almost become content with the fact that I was going to die. I was still fighting, but I was actually being comfortable with accepting the fact that I might die. And I just like cried out, and I was like, God, what do you want from me? I couldn't do anything. I couldn't walk. I couldn't even use the restroom on my own. I couldn't do anything. And I said, God, what do you want from me? And out of all my times in the hospital, the only time I audibly heard the voice of God, it was just this one time. It was day 3 of my treatment, and all I heard God say was, I've given you a handful of seeds, just plant them. And I remember like it was yesterday, man. Like, it's just, and I had like that Garden of Gethsemane moment where, like, I was like, you know what? Like, yes, and so what else is there? And that was it. That's all I heard. That's all I heard from the Lord. That's it.
We are headed to Marlton Acute Rehab Hospital, where after my Guillain-Barré and after my treatments and everything, I had to like learn how to walk all over again. It's the first time I've been in there since I've been discharged. I'm supposed to go see my physical therapist and talk to him, so we'll see, man.
I'll wheel in and come in right here. I'll wheel myself in. I'll back myself in right here. Bam! And I'll just sit down, like I would sit in my chair. And Mike will come over and he'd take the legs off. And I had these routine exercises. And I remember the first time I tried to walk, like with the walker, I got up, and Mike was on one arm, and I
can't remember who was on the other arm, and then they followed me behind with the wheelchair, and I walked, and it took me forever. I was walking all slow or whatever, and I got to right here, my first time, right here, and then they put me in a wheelchair and they threw me on the back, and then this freaking 85-year-old man walked laps, and I'm like, really, dude? I'm 22 years old and I can't walk 10 feet. And this old head's like freaking NASCAR in it right now. You remember that girl with the little baby?
Yes.
I married her.
Aww.
And before I even got here, I told you a little about it. God had told me, out of everything that He could have told me or whatever, it was, I've given you a handful of seeds, just plant them. So if it was making people smile or laugh or whatever, that's all I wanted to do. And I just said, look, God, not my will, but your will be done. And once I started focusing on what He had for me, then, my legs started to get stronger. I remember sitting here in this room, man, and just there'd be people walking by and passing by, and nurses and patients, and I would just get my computer and I would put it down. I put my headphones on and I'd pick my bass up, and I would just kind of just get lost, man. Just play music, play worship. They had game nights, man. We'd play bingo in here and Uno. And
I said, Mom, I got a surprise for you. She goes, what? And I said, can you help me up? And the nurse was like, okay, sure. And my mom goes, what, David? No. And I grabbed the walker, grabbed the walker first, and boom, I stood up on my own. And I looked at my mom and I said, see, Mom, I'm getting better. And she just starts bawling. She's like, "Ah."
He was definitely very motivated and very cooperative.
Mm-hmm.
Just limited, by the disease itself, which, has the fatigue factor. But I think between his motivation and his faith, the desire was there to progress. He was never, that was never an issue as far as trying to get him interested in participating. He was there.